In Nietzsche's first book, The Birth of Tragedy, he went about comparing what he thought were the two forces between Greek art and culture, that being the Apollonian and the Dionysian. Apollo being the god of light, music and dance, Nietzsche associates Apollo with dreaming. Dionysus, on the other hand, is the complete opposite, being the god of wine and intoxication, more aligned with chaos than order. While seen as opposites, these two forces have interwoven connections on many levels. Nietzsche states that Apollo seeks to pacify individuals by drawing boundaries between them, while Dionysus is known to destroy boundaries, thus his association with madness. The Apollonian is the veil that guards the Greeks from their harsh existence. Nietzsche describes the Greeks as sensitive and uniquely capable of suffering, so much so that this is what compelled them to create these gods. Thus the gods provide a justification for the life of man by living it themselves. And how did the Greeks learn of these gods in their trials? It was with the tragedies performed on stage. In ancient Greece, the tragedies of the stage shared the experience with the spectators. The Greek chorus would excite the viewers into a Dionysian frenzy, being able to see past the masked actors to real gods and heroes up on the stage. Nietzsche loved this combination of the Dionysian lyrics of the chorus with the Apolline dream world of the stage, the two forces working harmoniously. Nietzsche argues that all the celebrated characters of the Greek stage, Prometheus, Oedipus, and so on, are merely masks of the original hero, Dionysus. That was, at least, until everything changed when a new tragedian came onto the scene, that being Euripides. Nietzsche claims that Greek tragedy met her death in a different way from all the older sister acts. She died tragically by her own hand after irresolvable conflicts. It was Euripides who fought tragedy's death struggle. The later genre is known as the New Attic Comedy. Euripides changed the language and themes to ones the spectators could relate to. We need say only that Euripides brought the spectator onto the stage. To Nietzsche, Euripides did not understand the great poets that had come before him. While he enjoyed the Apollonian, he did not understand the Dionysian, and therefore aimed to remove it from his work. For he believes that Euripides thought he was above all the common men he was elevating to the stage, aside from two spectators. Now, one of these was Euripides himself, although Euripides the thinker, not the poet, and the other was Socrates. This is where Nietzsche's rocky relationship with Socrates starts to manifest. Nietzsche argues that Euripides failed in his quest to base tragedy on the Apollonian spirit, so much so that his work turned into something else entirely. While Nietzsche believed that Euripides was merely a mask, he states that the deity that spoke through him was not Dionysus, nor yet Apollo, but a newborn daemon bearing the name of Socrates. That was the new opposition, the Dionysiac and the Socratic, and that conflict was to be the downfall of Greek tragedy. While the Apollonian spirit had the power to transform tragic events into beautiful illusions and allegory, our Euripidean tragedy has been brought down, brought to the base where if an actor says something sad, their eyes would fill with tears. This is the Socratic. If you are unaware of Socrates and his method, then you must firstly know it is rational, and knowledge is paramount. Therefore, the new Socratic tragedy says more or less, to be beautiful, everything must first be intelligible. For Socrates, tragedy did not even seem to tell what's true. It was a flattering art that was made not for philosophers, but for the common people. Nietzsche states that Socrates didn't think it was useful and therefore required that his disciples abstain most rigidly from such unphilosophical stimuli. It is this excess of logic, this rigid, rationalistic mindset that infuriated Nietzsche about Socrates. It was this conviction that even led Plato to burn his own poetry when becoming a pupil of Socrates. And this is how the death of tragedy came to be. Euripides and Socrates were so closely linked in the ancient Greek world Socrates would only attend tragedies that were being performed by Euripides. Their popularity grew by the fact that while Socrates was titled the wisest man by the Delphic oracle, Euripides was awarded second prize. Nietzsche does, however, remain optimistic that one day the tragedy can be reborn. Out of the spirit of music, as his subheading states, a day where the Apollonian and the Dionysian will again rule together. Thanks for watching my first video on philosophy. If you have any queries, leave a comment below. Hopefully I will have the time for more videos in this vein. For now, thanks for watching and goodbye.